This is a rat bag. Okay, promotional disclaimer out of the way. Focus Rat did send us these, so this isn't as much as a review as it is a kind of testimonial. I reached out to them when we were putting together equipment needs for a film that we were shooting over the summer, and they were kind enough to send us 2 bags as part of a marketing cooperation. I know game changing is too much to say, but it did change the way that I approach doing my work and also my ergonomics in working. We got 5 use cases that I want to share with you guys. First is the Hipster Rat. Probably my most common form of shooting, which is at about a waist level. You can always take it a little bit lower, but the whole point is to utilize the stabilization that the bag can offer. When you're working with a rig, this one's built out to about 17 pounds, so almost 8 kilograms. You don't want to hold that in your hand all day. And I've done it. There's just a thing where you do get punished for those things later on in life. So I've been trying to open myself up more to taking more care and being more body responsive and body aware. So this allows me to actually get more done in a day. I have more energy and I can go a little bit hands-free if I need to, especially nice for taking small breaks. But if your staging is pretty much locked off to a waist level shot, I would recommend this hands down. Calling this the Rat King only because it's just up so high. I didn't figure this out until much later. After production was actually wrapped, that you can take the rig up pretty high. Now, this is why you need to have straps that you then set to different lengths, but I'll talk more about that later. In this instance, this takes the weight off of the shoulder. It kind of spreads the weight around a little bit more. And unlike an easy rig, you now have something you can grip in more directions. And there's something actually quite comforting because you're not holding the weight up. You're just sort of being supported by it too. So I've got a loose grip on the hands, less tension, and overall what I like is that you can go up higher by standing on some apple box, or you can take this lower by sitting on an apple box. This would also be like kind of a recommended setup for shooting in cars, where you still want that handheld look, but you want to have something that can absorb more of the micro jitters. And then having this EVF gives us another point of contact, so very stable shots. And then you get the flexibility to move around, where a tripod or a gimbal or an easy rig might not work in every situation. Tripod motor, the Stoic Rat. This is probably the most used scenario that I've got for this guy whenever we're getting ready for a shot, planning a shot, doing any low angles, because you can set the Dutch and you can fine tune all this stuff. And what's great is you have multiple positions where you can mount your cameras. Always take care, you'll see I'm a little a little frivolous here, but always take care to make sure that the weight is balanced before you step away from the camera. But what I like is you can get framing up so fast. It's a bit more convenient and less cumbersome than using a tripod. Now, one of the great features of the Focus Rat Large that we've got here is it has 2 small pockets on one side. Perfect for stowing little lights. You'd fill this up with several things: flashlight, snack bar, lens caps. You know, it's a good place to just drop those things. And then we have one large pocket on the side, which here I've got a mini slate and an extra V-mount. I would just recommend not overloading that, because when you set the bag down, those pockets aren't padded, but super, super useful. Rat straps. I'd recommend, if you're you're able to get multiple straps. I set mine for 2 different lengths that I operate in. We had an A/B camera setup that we were using on our indie film Autofiction over the summer, so it was nice to just know whose bag was whose. Here it's nice as you can color code them, and it made labeling and changing out strap lengths a lot easier. But then I realized you could just have 2 straps on one bag so that 2 operators or multiple operators can have a lot of flexibility. I can't show you too much of Autofiction just yet. It's in post-production right now, but I'll just say the steady bags that we had just heroed for us every day. For Danny, the DP you see here, this was actually her preferred method of shooting. For me, for how I was operating, I would swap in between an easy rig and the steady bag. Here was like our whole package for shooting this feature. This is when we were a little bit bigger, but you can see like it's still a pretty compact kit. And again, the bags are just indispensable. There's actually so many uses. I think we're going to do a part 2 to this, but I just wanted to get this out there in the world with you guys. I just think this is essential kit at this point. If you're an operator, videographer, even a photographer, you can use these things for so many uses. So it doesn't just offer you stability. It actually changes the way that you'll think about shooting. It makes shooting a bit more warm. I love these steady bags so much. Yeah, buy 1, buy 2, buy 3. I'm actually looking to get a couple smaller ones just because they're just that useful. All right, thanks for watching.